maintenance was done.
Very true. What's going on,
Yo,
everybody, and welcome back to Soul Strike. My name is Come to Us Evan, and with me today, it's Kingfish. What's up, Kingfish?
KingFish. What's up? What's up, Chad? Yo, we got people already in the stream saying what's up. Let's go, stream. Ready?
What's up, guys? Dude, we are ready. Curdle, welcome back. I know Curdle loves it when I pronounce his name like Curdle. Ultra Deathlord says, yo, here we go. I'm hyped to be here. I'm also, frankly, a little bit sick right now, so I'm going to be leaning on Kingfish to support it with the energy today.
Yo.
But we didn't want to leave you guys without a stream at all. And guys, it's a good one today because we have the return of the Zenonia Collaboration to talk about, right, Kingfish?
Right. We have XS2 now, Zenonia Season 2. It just came out, released yesterday in California time. And we got new pets, new skills, new treasures for allies, bunch of new updates.
A bunch of new stuff. Yeah, I recognized the pets actually from Zenonia, which frankly, it's so cool that they're bringing these back with new pets. I really like that they're adding something to it and not just strictly bringing back the same collab we've seen. So season 2, pretty excited for Leng and Parole. So what are your thoughts on these guys so far?
So I have not used them yet. I've been saving up for the stream. I wanted to get these pets so bad yesterday, but I was like, hold it just one day for the stream so we can do it on air instead.
Yeah, actually, that's a great call, dude. And you have a lot actually to summon with, so thank you for holding on to that. We can summon with that. Chat, have you guys had a chance to use any of these? Curdle, thank you for reminding me to take some vitamin C. Unfortunately, I'm all out, but I've been eating pears like crazy, actually. Ultra Deathlord, happy early birthday. I think it sounds in a month and a half going to Canada for it. Dude, I hope you have a safe and fun trip while you're there. Einzel Goal, welcome back. And also Jose, welcome to the stream too. So tell me about the relic you're hovering over right now, Kingfish.
So this is called the Holy Gem. And at one point in the builds, this relic was super important. There was this one point where we were climbing super high in the Conqueror levels, but we had no defense. So we were dying. We couldn't kill the monsters before we got killed, So that's when we needed the Holy Gem. But nowadays, I don't know if it's getting used in the build as much, honestly. But it is the most defensive, defense-oriented relic there is so far on Soul Strike.
Yeah, that's very funny timing, actually, because literally the last conversation that we were having before we went live was about me dying because I lacked defense, and this is something that's gotten only better as time passed too, because now we can have like 5 allies. So now it's gotten way better because it scales with the number.
You're right, because this was before we had 5 allies. I think back when this came out, it was only like 3 allies or 4 or something like that.
Yeah, and actually, guys, that's a really good segue inadvertently. I think history is going to be a bit of a topic today because today marks the 1-year anniversary of Soul Strike streams. So, that's... I can't believe it either, dude. So thank you for being here today with me, Kingfish, because this is a big moment.
Right, this is a super important moment. And I'm kind of honored to be on the 1-year stream anniversary for Soul Strike.
I'm honored, dude. I'm honored to have you here. Epic Butter says, wow, nice. Curdle says, wow, right? That was, dude, I admittedly, I didn't know that until I was told, like, yesterday. I was like, no way, it's been a year. What? Impossible. Yeah. It's flown crazy by, dude. So, just, you're going to hear me say it over the course of the stream, guys, but just real quick, I wanted to say thank you all so much to you guys for watching, to all the folks who have joined on this stream, like Kingfish, like Epic Butter, Ribbon Sue, and more, and also for everybody who's going to be joining in the months, years to come. So this is awesome. Everybody on the back end who makes these streams possible, the teams working together. This has been an amazing project, and I'm so glad to be continuing
Thank you, everyone.
Seriously, thank you, guys. Okay, so back to this real quick. What have you got for me here, Kingfish?
So today we're talking still about the Zenonia update. We did not only have the Zenonia update for the Zenonia update, we had a bunch of new additions as well. So we'll take a look at the notice right here. We got the Season 2 Zenonia crossover Season 2 update details. Of course, we got the pets, the new skill. We got the relic. We got Regret, and Regret now has a treasure. It's called Black Dragon Teeth Pendant, and it deals an additional 300% damage. So for those that's using win builds, this might be a good new damage, bruiser, for the win build.
That's awesome. That's awesome because it's like they've kind of been spreading that attention around to try to like give other elements help. Felt like win build hadn't gotten as much attention in recent collabs.
We're still early in the collaboration right now, so we still do have to wait probably like a week for people to test it out, but we'll see. We'll see
how it turns out. That's a great way to breathe new life into past collabs with the treasures, by the way.
Exactly. The biggest new update is Master Forging. So it is an enhancement system available for ultimate parts. You have to do it in the shelter. I have not been able to get to Master Forging yet. So that's Master Forging right there.
Oh, fascinating. And we might also get to, we might be able to do some like in-chat interviewing right now, because I know Epic Butter's in chat too. Epic Butter, have you gotten a chance to play around with this? So like KingFish said, when he said that we're pretty early in the collaboration, like he wasn't kidding. We're talking like a day into the collaboration right now. This is fresh off the presses right now.
Yeah. Yeah, this is barely 30-something hours since it opened, I think. So I haven't been able to get the Artisan's Scissor yet, but what I found out is that they actually sell it in the exchange. You go to General, go all the way down. You need 5 of them, but they only sell you 3 a week.
100,000.
Yes, and it's very expensive.
It's very expensive for the scissors. So
think wisely,
Think wisely before you do it, and also don't click purchase without filling out the ball drop survey today, because filling out that survey and participating gets you 50,000 ether
right away.
And
50,000 just for filling it out.
Yeah, just for it's good stuff just for filling it out, and then we also give 30k ether to the winners of the ball drop. So we pay out for the top 3. So make sure that you do the survey, participate, talk to admin if you're a winner as well. Yeah. You'll find those surveys pinned to the top of each chat.
Yeah, ball drop, definitely sign up. You can ask the devs questions, and it might even show up in the dev Q&A later on. So it's super cool. Fill it out right now.
Right now.
Okay, so we got Master Forging. And what I understand is that it's supposed to randomly upgrade one of the attribute lines for your gear. So I don't get to choose if it's going to be all element boost, attack, final damage, or attack, but it's randomly going to upgrade it. And I think you can do it 12 times, as it says up here, and every 4th consecutive update you get for a line of attributes, I think you get extra bonus attribute for upgrading something 4 times. So if we get to upgrade, let's say my A attack like 12 times in a row, so we get that 25% 12 times in a row, then I'll have a crazy attack gear. Is what I believe.
Dude.
This is totally not tested, but this is what I understand.
But that's really, really good. So Criddle in chat says it gets super expensive. Honestly, kind of makes sense given what KingFish is breaking down for us right now. Because if it's doing that, then it makes sense. That's going to be a huge bonus for people going in.
Yeah, because Master Forging, usually if people are doing that, that means you already did the level breakthrough a little bit. I'm on level 190 for this breakthrough. I'm collecting a little bit more Dimension Stone. But, level breakthrough plus the Master Forging is really going to bring your gear up to almost like a not triple S gear, but like a quadruple S gear now,
Wow. Okay, so yeah,
we're adding another S here almost.
You know what? I have to bring this up. It kind of makes me reflect on a previous dev Q&A question, because I think it was maybe the last time that we did this where someone asked the question if they're ever going to think about adding another rarity, beyond this. And I think the devs kind of said that they weren't really considering that. And this kind of is an allusion
Right.
to maybe what they were talking about. It's like, this like breaking through like this, pushing
Right.
pushing
So-
your further, but not necessarily doing a whole new rarity.
Right. From what we have right now, yeah, it doesn't seem like we're going for the new rarity, the quadruple S. We're not going for that, it seems like, because we can level breakthrough infinitely, I think, at the moment. I don't know how many times, actually. Epic Butter might have to confirm with me on that. And even with the refine, we're going Master Forging now, so we're just upgrading on the base triple S gear that we have right now, it seems like.
Excellent. Ultra Deathlord says, "Hey Evan, I'm sorry I haven't asked in a while. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well, dude. Thank you for
kinda sick.
asking. I'm sick right now, but I'm otherwise well. Well in the mind, but like of the body so well."
Right. So,
go ahead.
Epic Butter just confirmed that it's up to level 250 level breakthrough. So maybe what we can do is get a gear to level 250, Master Forge it 12 times, and then we can upgrade it to like a quadruple S gear or something like that.
Yeah.
Something's gotta come next, right?
That's crazy. I mean, yeah, they gotta have something planned out for the future. Clearly, they have a lot.
But that is the
Clearly,
hardest
they have a lot
upgrade
going on.
I've ever heard of.
That is awesome.
That would take you like
also-
6-7 months.
Dude, by the way, it just has to be said, I have like no clue what's going on your screen right now. We were trying to decipher what is causing all this. Like, this is a combination of Last Bastion, like Phoenix is popping off right now. It's so hard to tell what's happening on your screen.
Yeah, so you're looking at what I call it is Fire Build 202 right now.
Shoot.
And the Fire Build, I'm gonna tell you right now, has just completely changed. Just 180. Going completely the opposite direction now.
That's a good piece of foreshadowing. So that's actually going to lead us in probably the main topic of today's stream. So you guys remember that every time the KingFish has come on recently, he's brought carp tips with him. So he's we had the 101 before, and now we're kind of continuing into this, which is
True.
what I would call 202, but I think it's technically carp tips 3 if you've been following along at home, right? And so it begins with the newbie version of the Fire Build. Is that correct?
It does. It's before you even have like Fervent, before you even have Fancy, just a regular good old, early on Fire Build. That's how we started the tips.
The back in my day Fire Build. I love that. I love
Yes,
that.
yes,
back
yes.
in my day we used Sword Tomb, It's like
Yeah, back when I was in Conqueror 3000.
Yeah,
sound like an
true.
old man,
And also, guys, for folks who might be trying to break into the Fire Builds, we have semi-new players come by all the time, and they talk about where, like, what element they should skew into, like, what the best thing they could do. And normally we tell them just lean into whatever you got. But given that KingFish is bringing us tips on, like, a newbie version of the Fire Build, as well as the next evolution of it, for folks who are maybe a little bit newer, this would be a good time to pay attention, because not only is he going to break it down for you, but also Sword Tomb is coming up in the selective summons tonight, actually, at server refresh. Yeah.
Way in the beginning, Korean people say, to say once upon a time, Korean people say when tigers used to smoke.
When tigers used to smoke?
Yes, like cigarettes, like the old school,
It must have been a long time ago.
So that's how Korean people start old stories, fairy tales. So we don't say once upon a time, we say when tigers used to smoke, ...
Wow.
But, when tigers used to smoke, Sword Tomb used to be the best skill that happened to the Fire Build. But now, there's 2 more that does as much damage or even more. And those are Branded Destruction and the new skill, Solar Judgment.
Yes, dude. Where you summon a
one's
literal
from the-
sun.
Right, this one's from the previous update, and I've only used A3 with the skill rune enchant, and it gave me a ton of damage.
Wow. It's kind of absurd to me that Sword Tomb has been replaced. Like, that was the one, because it's been here for so long. I mean, I feel like we've been talking about the Fire Build as we knew it with Sword Tomb probably for the better part of half a year at this point. So it's kind of crazy that something has finally dethroned it. So I'll let you decide how you want to go through this, Kingfish. Do you want to start with the old school one for newbies, or do you want to go into 202?
I'll quickly go through the newbie one, and what I mean by the newbie build is that I think we have to go through this first. It has to do with steal of records. So I think saying newbie is wrong. I think we should call it BC and AC.
Nice. Yes.
Before Ceruleus and after Ceruleus.
Nice. That's perfect. BC
right.
And
so
AC.
Yes. So you go to this is the Steal of Records, right? Yes. And this is Ceruleus. And after you open the Harmony of Yin and Yang, that's when you can start doing the 202 build, unless you already have an ally build. But if you're doing a skill build, like most of the users are, I think most of the newbie users are doing the skill build mostly, then you would have to do it before you get Ceruleus, because after you get Ceruleus, just allies is way stronger.
Fascinating. And
So
it says that it'll be
no
calculated with
skill
adaptive stat?
Yes.
What is adaptive stat?
So it means that, let's say that you have 100 ally damage and 100 skill damage. We're just gonna call it 200 adaptive damage, and then you'll be getting 200 power for ally and also skill. So it'll be added.
Oh my god. Okay.
So it wouldn't really matter if you have a skill build or an ally build. It'll all just be put together after AC, after Ceruleus.
It just blends into one. That's so helpful. So kind of them.
So that's why afterwards, we learned that after Yin and Yang, that ally damage is way stronger compared to skill damage. Because right now, we're supposed to have the same amount of skill damage and ally damage, right?
Right.
But allies are like 50 times stronger than any skill that we have.
Oh my goodness. Dude, the times have changed. That's so crazy. That's so crazy.
If you do not have Ceruleus, then go for maybe like a skill build for a little bit, or you are gonna have Ceruleus in the future anyway, so go for an ally build even before you get it,
Yeah, so kind of keep it in the back of your head. Angel Dallin over on YouTube says, been a long time since I've watched the stream. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Angel. Glad you could make it today. It's a great one to join in on. It's the anniversary of the Soul Strike stream. Today is the year anniversary. That's awesome. Let's go.
Oh yeah,
that's so cool.
Since we're doing the 1 year anniversary stream today, I do have to mention recently I've got a very nice title. I got the True Soul Striker, which is checking in for 365 days.
Wow, dude. Congratulations on that.
For over a year now.
That's amazing. For 365 days. Good payoff too. Attack. That's a good one. 15% attack.
Exactly. So if you do have skill build for the fire, I'd say Brand of Destruction works, Sword Tomb works, whichever one you have. If you have higher Solar Judgment, use Solar Judgment instead. But if you have a high Sword Tomb like me, then use this. And if you're just starting the build, it wouldn't be bad to get the Sword Tomb that's gonna start the pickup at 5 p.m. today, Pacific time, right? Yes, in about 3 hours, they're gonna start doing the Sword Tomb pickups. So go grab your Sword Tombs if you have to. Also, for allies, if you're gonna go for a skill build, you wouldn't want to use Ran. You would definitely want to use Mungyu more. Yes, maybe.
Yeah.
To get that all element res down effect, reduction effect.
Man, and that's actually, I don't mean to detour us too far from what we're talking about, but earlier we also were discussing what collaborations we'd like to see return. Given that we've got a Zenonia season 2. So I'd love to toss that question over to the chat because, we've seen the return of a couple different collabs so far.
Right.
So do you guys have one? I think Nanomachine is probably at the top of my list for this reason.
Yeah. For fire killing?
Oh yeah. Fire.
Yeah.
Fire Killing would be
If you
great.
don't have this one, then you do definitely probably want to get this. Unless we're gonna get like another update, which is gonna, give us a better fire pet. But I think Fire Killing really is killing right now.
He's killing it, dude. He is killing it. But you're right, because like, they've been re-releasing them with like upgrades and deviations from the beginning. And I mean that
Right.
as a good thing, right? It's be it treasures for skills, new skills entirely, or new pets or something. So it's hard to say if the Killin would even return, or if, like you said, maybe they'd make something even better.
Yeah, but I don't know. They are doing season 2s for a lot of them, so hopefully they'll bring back the Killin so that people that don't have them could get them. And I think for the Nano Machine, we also have the Demon Sword as well.
Yeah.
So there's 2 main things that's from that collab. So it kind of makes sense to bring them back too.
It definitely would. Yo, and Turn Off Shadows on Twitch said, we need a JoJo collab. Yeah, who was I
JoJo?
talking to about this? I don't know if we had this conversation on or off stream, but we were talking, we were thinking about how cool it would be to do JoJo's collaboration. Have literally, you could have a stand, like the allies would be
that
stand.
JoJo's.
Wouldn't that be so sick? Oh my god. Yo, Yuna, thank you for the raid. Oh my god. Salve, Yuna. Muito obrigado. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
Welcome. Sejam bem-vindos no chat. That's
Ooh.
awesome, guys. Okay, let's... sorry about that detour. I just wanted to bring that up to the chat. So let's go back to
No
the
problem.
previous version of the fire build like we were discussing.
Right. So, I think whatever pet you have works. If you have a high enough, it actually really has to do with the build that you have right now, the items you have, where you are at. But key pets would be Salian, and also I used to use this guy for a little bit too. But I'm pretty sure everybody has Flare Earth now.
Yeah. Fleer.
So, yeah, Flare Earth. So this one is a really good pet to use as well. And if you have Fire Killing, it's good for you. If you don't, wait for season 2. I
Good
mean,
for you.
that's the only
That was
option,
targeted.
But
It's
if
true.
you did get it earlier, really good for you because it's still being used.
Yes, that's true. A non-sarcastic good for you. Truly.
Yes.
It's a great pet.
Truly good for you. So that would be the old build, but what we're focusing on is reduction of element defense. So in our case, we want fire resistance reduction and also defense reduction. We want to get it close to 100 as possible. So
Whoa.
with the fire killing, we have 30% reduction fire right here when we get A5. And then for all res, 35% with the possessed tenor. So some people are gonna want this too. This comeback too, maybe.
Oh, fascinating. Yeah, see, so
Yeah.
so this is kind of blending a couple different things that used to exist independently of each other. Because I remember a long
Right.
time ago. when
So
Epic
we're
Butter
still
showed the-
using all this.
Yeah.
So we're using
yeah.
Vivid to also, bring down defense and the resistance reduction. Mungyu is for that too. Alicia is doing defense penetration, along with Heart of Winter defense penetration.
Oh, dude, that's
So-
huge. Yeah, because I remember back in the day when Epic Butter showed off his ignore defense comp, and so now
Right.
seeing it kind of blend together and assimilate with the fire build is really
So,
cool.
It's a lot easier to get the 100% defense penetration these days compared to back when Epic Butter was doing it. When Epic Butter was doing it, he had to get super creative,
Yes, truly.
But,
It was definitely there weren't that many options. See, here we go again, chat. We're talking about back in my
Right.
day, like back at
Right.
now that we've got the history under our belt with this stream, right? You had to work a lot harder to get their defense down to zero.
So that key concept is still the same. And I don't think I need to explain any more on the skill aspect. I'm pretty sure a lot of us watching the stream right now has already got Ceruleus or his AC right now. So Maybe
Probably the vast majority of people have, but there's definitely still some validity to sharing what a good version is without it. And real quick, I
Right.
just want to catch up with the chat because I realize I haven't looked at chat in a second. What's up, your last wish thing? Welcome back over on YouTube. Yammies, Ultra Deathlord says, I'm doing awesome. Really missed Evan. Really missed Evan. Yo, dude, thank you. Well, you really missed me? That's so sweet. And also, guys, I want to remind everybody, too, that the ball drop survey is still on. You still have a few more minutes to fill it out. If I'm not mistaken, you probably have 5 minutes to fill out for the first round. We're going to do it twice.
350K.
Yes, it's only benefits you to fill it out, and that's also how we get the questions for the dev Q&A, which we will have today. So look forward to that. Anyway, back to you,
Right.
Kingfish, with the next carp tip.
Yes. So yeah, this is what your build would look like if you didn't have Saeruleus yet. So maybe Sword Tomb, Solar Judgment, Branded Destruction, Possessed Tenor, Goddess of War. If you don't have Possessed Tenor, another really good one these days is Gravity Distortion Field. So this one changed a little bit. With the skill rune enchant, we get the all element res down by 15%, first of all.
Oh, yeah,
And-
exactly what we want.
Right. If you have Fervent, and Fervent means movement speed equals attack, Gravity Distortion Field gives you 35% movement speed for all friendly units as well, which means we're going to be having way more attack for all our allies, for me. So this is another good one. If you don't have the collab Possessed Tenor. You know, Possessed Tenor is amazing, by the way, because all element res by 35%, reduces defense by 20%. It really covers a lot, Possessed Tenor. But if you don't have it, you can use this to put down all element res for 15%.
That's really good, and you beat me to it, by the way, because that was going to be the next question, is what if you don't have that skill? My follow-up question, too, is we've talked about this before, but how important is A8 with Branded Destruction?
Ooh. So, if you're using the skill deck, you do definitely want A8 Branded Destruction. And you want the skill rune enchant 100%. You need this. And if you can get A8 and also the 100% the skill rune enchant, then it's going to give you a lot of damage. But you would actually want the actual enchant too. Just get everything. You can just do everything to make it strong, right?
Roger that.
But I'm going to tell you in advance that it might not be the best idea to put everything into Branded Destruction now.
Interesting. And what makes you say that?
Ooh. Now we have to talk about the AC eras.
Ah, yes. Yes.
Saeruleus has changed all of that.
Go to the AC. I love that. Oh, Yuna,
Yes.
thank you so much, by the way. Take care and have a great day. I'm going to put my headphones on to charge it. And I just realized I missed one of your questions. Evan, have you played the new SW? Remove the 2 mobs from the banner, Gargan and Sabrina. Dude, I have. Have I played the release version? No, I've played the dev version of Rush. I've played that one, which is out now. AC, air conditioning, Rebreneer. No, AC is after
Saeruleus.
Yeah.
Aircon,
there's
everybody's
BC,
saying.
BC, AC.
Yes, before Saeruleus and after Saeruleus, it changes everything. So I did not, save on Branded Destruction. Look at me. I tried to get 810. I
Wow.
thought Branded Destruction was the next big thing. So I started spending all my ether on Branded Destruction. Ended up using it for a week because I got Saeruleus after that. And then when I got Saeruleus, I was like, oh man, Branded Destruction is not doing damage anymore.
Yeah. To your credit,
because,
it was the next big thing for like a couple weeks, like a week or two.
It is
It
still
was.
one of the, it is still one of the strongest skills and damage mechanisms for fire builds in the game. But because Roy Mustang and Alicia from the other collaboration they're so strong that it makes Random Destruction look like it's not doing any damage, but it would still come in like third for damage, but the difference would be like 60 times, you know.
So it's third, but there's a mile in between, like third and second and first. Got it. Understood on that.
There's a huge gap from the second to the third, and from the first to the second. Yeah. And Roy Mustang is the new damage dealer for the 202 build, but we can talk about that later, or we can do it now. How do you want to do it,
you know
Evan?
what? We can put. I'll tell you what we can do. So we can do the ball drop in between. Ultra Death Lord says that I forgot to read
Let's
the
do it.
previous two posts. Says their content, I can't stop them. Yes, no, I'm crying tears of joy, Evan. Dude, I hate it when I can't see your face on stream. That's so sweet of you. Now we're gonna cry tears of joy because we're gonna reward 3 people with 30,000 ether after they win the ball drop. This is gonna be a good one. It's
So
gonna be great, guys. So
the 3
if
lucky
you
winners
filled
will
out-
be getting 80,000.
Dude,
total.
yes, exactly. And you know we need them for those scissors because those things are crazy.
Exactly. Super pricey. You can't even buy one with 80,000 though. Wait,
That's true.
no,
That's
you can't.
true.
It's 100,000 for one. So
It's like give it another year of streams and maybe then, you know, it's like
or just do the
teasing,
world
chat.
boss, you know, on Saturday nights.
Exactly.
Instead of going
Exactly.
out.
So if this happens to be your first stream, because I do see a few people who are labeled as first time in chat, which first of all, welcome.
Ooh.
Second of all, the
Welcome.
ball drop is where we put everybody's names into a funnel mixed with an obstacle course, and then we drop them. Whoever makes it to the end point first, second, or third gets 30,000 ether. And all you got to do is if you win, you just contact admin on our Discord. And if you're not a part of our Discord, we have a link that's actually always conveniently coming up right when I say that at the bottom right hand corner of your screen. So that's it. While we bring that up, I wanted to highlight a comment for it to ask Kingfish. Rerenier says, "Are those scissors a must buy?"
I personally wouldn't really buy them because they're only selling by 3 increments, which means every week you can only buy 3. But you need 5 of them for level 1 master forging, which means just collect them from the world bosses, you know. What you can do with 100k ether, you can do so much, you know. So I wouldn't 100% recommend getting it just for the master forging, but this is me talking before I tried even master forging, so who knows, ask me again in 2-3 weeks, you know.
That's a really good point, because you know I want to throw it out there one more time. We are currently still within 30 hours, I think, of the update, so you know this is still
it's been about 32, 35, you know.
Exactly. So this is a very fresh piece of content. You know, it's a new mechanic. So I think we're going to learn a lot in the coming week here as we get more testing and more people get some time with it. And so now let's transition into the first ball drop. We're going to do a test run first just to show you guys. So this is what it's going to look like. So we're going to shuffle everybody up. Everything that says test will be replaced with your names. Let's go ahead and drop them. And so all of these are going to race down this obstacle course.
Go red!
Go red. Dude, red's actually got a better chance. Something we've learned, getting down there first, not always best.
Not always the best. Ooh, everybody getting
And now
stuck.
they're going to get
the yellow.
up. Oh, it looks like...
Ooh, this yellow.
purple.
Oh!
So in this case,
we need
yellow,
2 more.
and then 2
Orange
more.
and
So
green.
1, 2, 3. So
Yeah.
the first, second, and third place will get paid out for 30k ether. So now we're going to replace that with everybody's names, and we're going to run it back in a second here. So stand by for
Hopefully
that.
everybody use that test time to sign up for the ball drop. Get that
Seriously.
50k ether, which is even bigger than the win, actually, honestly. Just
It
signing
is.
up is even bigger than the win. So
Winning is just
maybe
a bonus.
signing up is the win, huh?
Yes, winning is just a bonus at this point. You know, that's the thing. All right, guys, here we go. We got everybody's names queued up in this funnel. We're going to shuffle them on up. Let's get 3 people, 30k
Ooh, I
ether.
see names
Let's
I know.
drop them.
Let's go.
All right, Kingfish, we're up to the raises, baby. We got Group Delon in the front.
Oh,
Left
the
hand.
group.
Coming up in the
Oh,
back.
what?
Group with the
wait.
jump. Oh, Cheeb Denied the first place
Wait.
win by the Scoop. Devastating. I see Curdle right there.
Bala
Looks like Bala
Kid.
Kid is going to get
Bala
thrown in.
Kid.
He might be able to slide in
Bala
with
Kid.
Panzers.
Oh, we have
Wow.
Bala Kid, Panzers, and Harrison Chu. Congratulations to the 3 winners.
Dude, it's always like it's like a race. I love watching that thing. It's I like
Me too.
I like commenting on that
every
as if
time
it
for
were
some
like
reason.
horse racing. That's awesome. Bala Kid, congratulations. It says WTF, dude. Yeah, man, that's yours. But remember, contact admin on Discord. Contact admin on
Right.
Discord.
Right. You have to.
Turn Off Shadow says I was 5th. Well, we're gonna run it back in a little bit. So if you didn't get there the first time, you can get there potentially the second time. Now, I'm gonna leave this up to KingFish. So KingFish, do you want to touch on the second version of the fire build right now, or should we jump to the dev Q&A and then come back for the fire build?
We can definitely do the dev Q&A first and then jump back into it, because I've been doing this segment for a long time now. We want to switch it up a little bit, maybe.
Let's do it. Let's do it then. We'll touch on the dev Q&A for May 28th, 2025. And look at that. We've got a GIF or a GIF of regret. So cute.
Oh!
And we're starting off with a message from the devs, and they say, happy 1 year for the Soul Strike stream. We sincerely thank all the masters who have tuned in weekly over the past year. It's brought us great joy as devs to listen to your feedback in real time, share laughter through various events, and engage directly with the community. The dev Q&A sessions where we heard and answered your voices were very meaningful to us. We hope this stream continues to serve as a meaningful channel of communication between the devs and all the masters. Thank you. And thank you to the devs, to be honest, because honestly, KingFish, like that's probably one of my favorite aspects of this stream. It's like the communication that we have. It's kind of a hub. We get to talk directly to the community, and then we also inadvertently get to talk to the devs like that.
You're right. We're the link.
It's a bridge. It's a bridge. Happy 1 year anniversary, guys. Let's get into it.
Happy 1 year
With
anniversary.
The first one, KingFish, I'll let you read the question in red, and then I'll read the answer.
Okay. Will it be possible to rerun the ultimate piece of equipment? Ooh.
And the devs say, thank you for that suggestion. Since unique equipment uses different materials and crafting processes for each part, there are significant limitations that make a simple part swapping function difficult to implement. That said, we're always thinking about ways to provide masters more flexibility in equipment choices, so we ask for your continuous support. So this one comes at also an interesting time because of like the new additions in the last update as well. So we can already see ways that they're trying to give you that way to push your gear further, maybe get a little bit more out of it. I don't know. What do you think, KingFish?
I mean, the question, rerun the ultimate piece of equipment, does that mean, bring it back to SS level and then bring it back up to triple S? Is that what the question is? Or does that mean trying to change the attribute on the ultimate, like the triple S attribute?
It's slightly unclear. So maybe they meant re-roll, says Motive. They may have meant re-roll or change attribute.
Re-roll the
Panzers
triple S.
is actually here. Panzers can provide
Oh, Panzers. What did you mean?
change attribute.
Oh, change attribute. So up here. Yeah, that'd be super cool if we can do it, honestly. But I get why this would be harder. Because there's different ways to get triple S gear now. We can get it through nightmare dungeons. We can get it through upgrading. And there's different types of triple S enchants, so to speak, for different types of gear. But, if we can randomly roll it, I feel like there might be possibility of getting triple S attributes that we're not supposed to get and stuff like that, maybe. Maybe that's what the devs are worried about, it sounds like.
Yeah, I think that's good. And I also like that
It'd be super dope if we can do it.
I also like that they kind of set expectations in here too. They're saying, what we're asking for here in this question is, it's a little bit difficult for them to do, so you might not see it happen in exactly the way that Panzers might be hoping, but it sounds like the devs are of that mind where they really value flexibility right now, and I think that was foreshadowed in the last Q&A too. Like they were talking about how important choice is.
a good idea would be to maybe find a way to add triple less enchants onto jewels or something like that.
There you go.
You know?
Something like that, I think, might be a good
Something
way to
different
kind of
instead of just
explore
rolling
this.
it, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, instead of randomizing it, maybe we can have a triple less gear and already have that, you know, number, already have the numbers there, and maybe we can extract that and then maybe put it on to another gear.
Yeah.
How's that? That sounds pretty cool too, huh?
That does sound pretty cool. That does sound pretty... Thang says, if flexibility was a priority, Masterforge wouldn't work how it does. Makes 0 sense locked in one gear. Thang, you know, yeah, I would say with Masterforge, I think it's so new too that like there's still like we've seen systems change entirely within Soulstrike, so we don't know if this is going to be the final form of Masterforge. It's still so early, but I definitely hear that feedback that you're dropping on YouTube, so thank you for saying that. But let's move on to the next question. It's from Andy W.
Now Endgame is dominated by allies. Is skill going to be balanced again? Yo, this was my biggest question too, actually. But I was gonna talk about this AC after Ceruleus. But
AC, exactly.
Yes.
This is
but
a
thank
tough
you, Andy,
question.
for bringing that up.
Yeah, Andy, great call. I don't know if is Andy in chat with us? Let us know if you're here. But this is a really good question, and the devs replied saying the ally builds have become very powerful after introducing Ceruleus AC. We are currently rebalancing skills across the board, and our plan is to increase the strategic value and utility of skills so all factors can regain significance in the meta. Please stay tuned. Dude, they just said yes. They're like, yeah.
So this was my biggest concern for the game, or like this was the thing that I wanted to hear the most today.
Honestly, great question. Great answer from the devs too. Like this is just a long-winded way of saying yes. And I think it's important to remember too, you know, looking at the history of Soulstrike, right? Like allies, in the grand scheme of things, allies have been like, I'll use the word broken. I don't truly mean broken. I'll say they overshadow skills for a very small amount of Soulstrike's like time on this earth, right? So I think it's good that the allies are as powerful as they are because it shows that the scales are rebalancing, but I love that the devs don't want to leave it like that for long because obviously skills are still probably one of the biggest elements of games, so they need to rebalance them. I'm glad they've already got that in their head.
Exactly. So what happened is that, you know, we weren't sure if ally build was better, if skill build was better before, but now we're 100% sure that ally is way better because we're using adaptive points. Instead of going ally damage and skill damage, now we put it all together, call it adaptive damage, right?
Yep.
That means we're pooling the same amount of points for damage, but it seems like allies are like 100 times stronger than skills. So that's where the problem is right now. You know, it should be somewhat similar so we can choose. So I think Ceruleus was meant for us to be able to choose allies or skill, but it kind of forced us to only go for allies now, you know?
Yes, true. You know, I think I couldn't have said it better myself. I think that's a really good point because when you make it that good, you know, it's only the illusion of choice at that point, and it sounds like the devs are really aware of that. It's just so crazy looking back to like not so long ago, but you know, back when I was starting playing Soulstrike, you know, Tyrant Sheath was probably the main way to play the game. Dude,
I remember that. Wow, good days, huh?
Yeah, good days. I do like these days better though, because I feel like as cool as Tyrant Sheath was, it was really like a relic of its time. And I mean the word relic, not in the way that Soulstrike uses it. I mean that literally.
Back then, it was super funny because we called this like a AFK type of game where we don't have to focus, right? But when we were doing the Tyrant Sheath build, we had to move the characters, we had to dodge boss attacks, we had to try to hit, you know, the bosses with Unbound, you know, have them move around so they get hit. Wow, it was not a AFK game at all back then. I feel like these days it's closer back to a AFK game. But back then, when it just started and we were all on Tyrant Sheath, we were playing a different kind of game.
Yeah, no, for real. I mean, we joke about like chasing the dot and how it's like, you know, Soulstrike is idle and name only, you know, but it's like,
it's not idle. It was not idle at all back then.
So,
I feel like these
and
days
I'm really
we can
glad
call it
we're
idle.
away from that because it's like,
Yeah.
dude, Tyrant Sheath kind of just removes an entire. It incentivizes you to remove an entirely cool aspect of the game. So
You're right.
You know.
You're right. But
so all that to say,
nonetheless, it was
I'm
a very
glad we
good
are where we
beginning
are.
build.
but like the
Yes.
devs need to change it. Exactly, the devs are already of that mindset. Let's go on to the next question. How about that? Let's see what's got. Einzao Hul, what's up?
Do you think you will improve the resource system regarding the increase of allies and skills? Because for moments, I have a lot of resources to increase the level of my skills and allies, but everything is at the max. So she's saying he or she is saying there's too much resources left over, right?
Yeah, and that's I suffering from success, as I like to call it. But no, this is a real concern in terms of
I'm
the
too
economics
rich.
of the
I got nothing else to buy.
And the devs replied saying that surplus growth materials are a common concern among high-level masters. We're actively reviewing new uses and recycling systems. Nice for these resources. We'll look into solutions that allow for more effective circulation of these materials. Thank you. And this is a common issue, not just within Soulstrike, but I'd just say within a lot of games in general. Once you reach the max, what do you do?
You're
with all this
right,
stuff?
though.
And that's when you
It's
need
actually
these sinks.
almost every game. Yeah. If you think about it, it's almost any type of RPG game, you know?
Yes,
You just get rich.
yeah, exactly, and it just gets to the point where parts of the economy, you know, like some of the soft currencies like this kind of like start to drop off in terms of value and usability. So if we had a way to like sync this into something, that would be really cool. And it sounds like that's what the devs are trying to figure out. Great question. So let's see what we got next. Oh, whoa, you go ahead and hit that one.
Will there be any live PvP in the future? Player versus player.
And the dev said, thank you
That
for your
sounds
interesting
fun.
questions about PvP content. We believe PvP, player versus player, where masters battle to show their powers, truly the pinnacle of growth and competition. While we can't share an exact update date yet, development is underway and it's coming soon. Stop.
way.
No way, dude.
Wow,
Please
we
keep
all
an eye
get
out
to get beat up by Epic Butter now.
Yo, yeah, we're all gonna get terrorized by Epic Butter. That is fascinating. Wow, this is exactly the
I don't
answer
think
that
they've
I've
ever said that. Yeah, they're gonna do it, but this is the first time they actually mentioned that they want to do the PvP, huh?
That's so sick, dude. Yeah, this is
This
the
super
first time that
exciting.
we've ever gotten confirmation on paper that they're
Wow.
working on it. That's awesome. And so now I mean, obviously we'll talk about this more semi soon, apparently, but like,
yeah. I don't think anybody knows this information unless you were watching the 1-year anniversary stream right now. Like, nobody else has this information unless you're the developer. Or
That's
like a
great
part to come
point.
to us right now.
That's a great point. I couldn't think of a better way to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of the Soulstrike live streams, dude, than with a confirmation of live PvP. Wow.
Wow.
This is gonna get into a lot of like questions about how do you balance it? How do you like what do you do? What's the scaling like? Do you put a limit? Like what's going on?
Are we gonna be fighting head on, or is it gonna be like we kill a monster and then, you know, kind of like the guild systems right now? How is it gonna be? You know, live PvP? That sounds crazy though. Like we can move and dodge skills. That sounds too crazy to me at the moment.
This sounds amazing.
Honestly.
Well, guys, we'll let you linger on that. Let's go to the next question. Wow, this is pretty awesome. So this is from Rainier.
Seems like the direction is now non-limited units to be completely meta, which is great. The synergy question we proposed previously, how do you plan to intermingle non-limited and limited event unit skill and pet? So talking about collabs, I think, like limited units.
Yes, wow, a very elaborate question. Oh, Ultra Deathlord, you're so funny. It says, don't forget, Evan, you have a meeting today, unless you don't. You're so funny. Do you remember that meeting? You're so funny. Not today. I don't today. That's so nice. But I do have another stream later. You're so funny. And let's get to the the devs' answer to the question from Rainier. They said, "Thank you for your observation and question. Recently, our planning has been focused on ensuring that not only limited collaboration items, but also standard skills, allies, relics, and pets can also contribute to the meta. We're expanding diversity and combination possibilities, so masters aren't reliant on specific items. We'll continue designing in a way that both collaboration and non-collaboration items interact and create synergy." I mean, I think we've already seen this kind of at work today in your showcase, how you were showing us. It's like, if you have this pet, if you have this skill, if not, here's another option.
So I think they're secretly, or not secretly, but they're slowly fixing, skills to maybe have them be incorporated into your build.
Right.
Something
exactly.
Like gravity distortion field, it's happening.
So we're seeing this kind of happen in real time. We're seeing them kind of start doing this, and we're seeing the synergies pop up if you happen to have these. And they're also kind of taking the extra step to make it so that if you weren't so lucky as to participate in a collaboration and get what you needed, you'll have that time again. That opportunity will come back. I mean, we've got Zenonia Season 2 right now. We've seen the return of other collaborations in the past, so who's to say, we might be able to get those collaborations back again.
We definitely need some of the collaborations back, or just make something that'll, replace killing everything. All the collabs.
Awesome. And next is Arcrain.
Are there any upcoming plans to provide players with more ways to obtain mythical ally treasures and the materials needed to upgrade them? I'd also like to suggest adding a feature that allows us to upgrade existing treasures all the way to mythic rarity and re-roll their stats, similar to how it's done with player gear.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, so talking about the little stars for when we're picking up. So I think Arcrain is talking about star power.
Yes. And so the devs replied by saying, currently mythic treasures play an important role in endgame content. So we're reviewing ways to diversify acquisition methods and expand the upgrade system. We're also open to discussion on the possibility of adding new tiers to existing treasures. Juicy.
So we're gonna get some triple S shiny treasures.
Not
just the red ones.
Shiny treasures. And thank you guys. So that's it for the dev Q&A today. And remember, this is the best way to participate in this is through our Discord server and also on those surveys. So if you have a question that you want to ask to the devs, make sure to just continue interacting the same way you have for a year now on these streams, because again, this is the anniversary to the day we've been streaming Soul Strike for 1 year, guys. And as a bit of a celebration, we've also prepared a code for everyone. So this is KingFish gift is the coupon code. KingFish gift. Wow, KingFish, thank you so much.
From me to you. Acting like it's from me to you, actually.
No, dude, it's from you. It's from you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, they're so nice. They make the codes like for us. Make it look like it's us giving it to you guys. You guys are so nice.
I'm gonna go enter that in right now. I'm gonna go.
Oh yeah, me too.
KingFish.
I have to do that right now too. KingFish gift. I like that.
Wow. Oh my god. 200 of all the tickets and 30k ether. Bro, that is so nice.
Wait.
Class skill.
Oh, so 200 of each.
200 of each ticket and 30k ether. Look at that, dude.
Wow.
You shouldn't have.
And 30k. So if you win the ball drop, sign up for the ball drop and also get the code. You can buy one scissor.
You can get one scissor.
So we have provided you guys with a scissor for the 1 year stream.
That's awesome.
Which is, oh my god, that's funny. So don't
really
get the
think
scissor,
about
guys.
it.
Just get like, some skills instead. It's way cheaper.
Yeah, so,
that is so
I guess
funny.
what we're saying is, yeah, really think about it. Don't pull the trigger.
Really
on that
think about
scene.
it.
You know,
Right.
really think
Only
about
like if you already have like 4 and just need 1 or something like that. But don't ever buy all 5 of them. That is 500k ether.
That'll financially ruin you in Soul Strike.
No,
you know, it's
no.
You need that for other stuff. Okay, so I think we kind of buried the lead enough. You wanted to briefly tell us about version 2 of the Fire?
Yeah, we don't have a lot of time, so I'm just gonna tell you really quick. All the skills are focused on making allies strong now. So Goddess of War, you know, just making all the skills that we're using now are buffs. If it's not a buff, then don't use them AC, you know?
Interesting.
Yeah. After Ceruleus, everything is gonna be a buff or a debuff. So that's why we have all this in terms of skills. And allies, we've been using Sophia for the longest time.
Yeah.
But we said bye to Sophia now, and Roy Mustang is in the picture.
Dude.
Because Roy Mustang is the new Sword Tomb at the moment.
Wow.
Let me show you.
Oh, that's right. Yes, dude. He is the new Sword Tomb. You know, this is also
He's the
like
new Sword Tomb.
It's crazy. You know, we've had to say goodbye to some staples with this recently. You know, so
yeah, look at this damage.
Hard.
So
hard to say
Sword
goodbye.
Tomb and Branded Destruction would be closer to the fire killing damage, or a little bit bigger than the fire killing damage, but it'll be smaller than Alicia's damage, way smaller than Alicia's damage. So Roy Mustang is doing 70% of the damage right now if you look.
Oh my
Yeah, which means
God.
the best thing we could do is, yeah, a lot of damage. Best thing we could do is just make Roy as strong as possible. So that's what we're gonna do with every relic, pet, ally, skill. So it's become that simple, kind of. After Ceruleus, AC.
It's just let Roy do it, and you even have him as your profile picture. You know, it's like just
Oh
let
yeah,
Roy do it.
I have the FMA Brotherhood going on right here.
That's part of the build, by the way, guys.
Mm.
You got to have the profile picture to accompany the build.
Oh yeah, that's the build too.
That's version 2.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we don't have a lot of time, so I don't have a lot of time to go over the full build, but I'll be posting my build onto the comments in the YouTube of this video. So
Oh, that's perfect.
if you need,
Thank
go
you.
check it out. Yeah, I'll be posting maybe previous tips that I didn't post as well. So yeah, that's it.
That's amazing. Thank you for doing that as always. You're KingFish is always going the extra mile to make sure to give those tips. You know, educate us, educate the populace.
right.
It's really sweet of you, dude. Very, very nice.
We
And-
still need to do the ball drop though.
Oh yes, you're right. And you know what? You've also been saving a lot of summons. So why don't we do a few summons for you, and then we'll use that time to
Okay.
let people sign up for the ball drop. So seriously, guys, if you haven't done it yet, please do
I'll
it.
start with the pets.
Let's do the pets.
So this might
Ew.
take a little bit. Oh,
Oh,
that was
or
fast.
oh, dude, congrats on stream poll.
Right away too, before we even hit the first. Oh,
Oh,
there
second
we
one.
go.
Nice.
There we go. So we got both of them now.
Making it
We
look
haven't
easy.
even
It's
hit-
all on the
oh,
wrist.
And we just hit the first one, so I have a feeling we can go even all the way. Maybe we might even be able to get. Oh, not even half, maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
Oh wow! Congrats on the streamer luck, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, because when I'm trying to do these by myself, sometimes I can't even get one before I hit the first mark.
Wow.
Feels
Yeah,
like I've
very
been
good. And you
picking
look at
up
all
for a
those
while, but
redemptions.
haven't still used half of it.
You got a lot of redemptions down there too. I'm going through and just doing the remainder of my ad summons on the side here. You're getting some seriously good polls here. The rates are good today.
Yeah. Streamer's luck. 1 year
Streamer luck,
anniversary
dude.
streamer luck.
I think it's real. But I only think it's real in Soul Strike. Actually, you know, I stream quite a few games here. You know, it's like it's only Soul Strike that I got it.
Jinxed it. Yeah, now that I say we're getting good pulls, there's no more pulls. So
Yeah, exactly. Well, we got 50 B seeds, LMAO. Yeah, dude. I mean, if you build it, they will come, dude. If you collect the seeds, they will arrive.
true. I'm just gonna go through all 30B, the rest of it, while we're at it. Why not, right?
Yeah, why not, dude? If the summoning's good. Oh, bro, this is gonna take some time. How did you, dude? How long have you been saving?
Actually, I have about 55 dungeon keys on me as well, and I get about 2B seeds per key. Yeah, which means
Wow.
I have more than 100B on me on my inventory as well.
Absurd, absurd, dude. We're gonna get these things to A8 right now. I don't think that's
so.
true, but I don't think that's true. But probably
Maybe
A3
like an
is
A5.
actually-
A5
Yeah,
each.
A5 I think is reasonable.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so sniffly today, guys. I know I said
no
it at the
problem.
beginning. I'm sick today. Hence the different background. I'm streaming from home today. So thank you guys for bearing with me.
Okay. So that was the pets.
Very satisfied
more,
with the
two
poll
more.
personally. What do
One
you think
more.
of that? What are you thinking of this?
There we go. I didn't
Nice.
even count how many I got, but I did 23,400 pulls in one go.
Thank you, dude. Thank you, Turn Off Shadows. 23.4K. Heavens to
See, let's
Betsy,
see.
man. Okay. And what's the final
Oh, we get to
verdict
see,
on the
we get to watch him
evolution?
evolve too.
Oh, great. More of these humanoid pets, dude. We're always talking about it. They're on this whole thing
yeah.
about the humanoid pets.
Yeah, we started the humanoid era. It's the AC era.
AC, dude. All
That's when the
humanoids.
humanoid pets showed up.
And did we make
And
it to
allies got
A4?
stronger.
A4?
Yeah, A4 right
Nice.
away. And I have
Perfect.
16 tickets as well.
Honestly,
We got the
not bad.
Zenonia
Okay,
pet right
so
there.
with the summons done, now that you've gotten both of those at A4, let's get 3 more people 30K ether. Let's go to the second ball drop. Let's do
Let's
this.
go!
Let's go, dude.
Ball drop?
All right. All right, let's shuffle these up and let's drop them.
Let's go!
Oh, the big explosion.
Riraneer.
Your last
Your
wish.
last wish. A tour.
And with the good approach, unfortunately though,
Oh.
denied by
Oh,
the
that
scoop,
doesn't look
dude. The
good.
scoop.
That doesn't look
This-
good. Oh.
The scoop is
Oh.
crazy. Kyo! No way! Kyo! Jumping through at number
Wow.
1. And then your last wish and rung. Wow.
Rungwang and your last wish, Kyo.
No way, my first time on stream too, Kyo! Wow, congrats, dude. No way.
Yo.
First time? That's
So
amazing,
don't
dude.
forget to hit up admin while you're at
Yeah,
it.
hit up
if
admin,
you are
yeah.
a winner, you have to talk to admin.
I'm very glad you said that because if it's your first time in stream, you probably only heard us say it this one time today. So yeah, make sure that you contact admin on Discord, okay? And that's to join the Discord. You know, the link is rotating on the bottom right of your screen down there with the socials. But just contact
Right.
admin and they'll get you set up. Anyway,
There's actually one last thing that we want to talk about, right?
oh yeah,
We're
go
looking
for it.
for more streamers.
More streamers, dude. So if you're Endgame, if you're a pro, if you're a self-proclaimed pro, like top ranker, let us know if you have any interest in coming on stream and joining us, doing what KingFish is doing today, joining us for a stream, doing a review,
Right.
a roast, whatever you're interested in.
If you have like a win build or like a different element build, it'd be super cool because there's, we'd have diversity in builds as well for the stream.
That'd be so cool. Or if you want to issue a challenge to another streamer for for a speed run from the beginning, something like that, anything, whatever you got, let us know. Same place, by the way. So just let us know on Discord, contact admin, same as we've been telling you to do all stream today.
We
but
need
we'd
more
love to have
streamers.
you on. So Be cool. That'd be real cool. More streamers, the merrier, guys. And
Mm-hmm.
KingFish, thank you so much for joining today, dude. This was fun.
Thank you for calling me on the first anniversary of the Soul Strike stream.
So cool.
Which is super cool.
It was so great to have you. And chat, seriously, again, I know we've said it a couple times now, but thank you so much for being here for the whole year of Soul Strike streams. And I'm really looking forward to the next one. This has been so much fun. It's been such a great project that we've all been a part of together. And I couldn't be more thankful for the community. Like, you guys truly make this so much fun. And it's great. And if you guys want to come by for more streams on the Come To Us channel, we have another one for Summoner's War coming up at 4 p.m. Pacific time, so just in 1 hour from now. But for now, here on the first anniversary of Soul Strike, we'll say goodbye. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye, guys.